How's it going? I'm Ryan. Today I'm gonna go over what was it? Three trades. Three trades I took on NQ. Took a losing trade to start the day, and then kind of chipped my way back to have a small winning day. So we'll go over that and take a look at what I traded and why I did, and how I could have done much better. My last trade was my best trade. Still could have used a little bit of work or a little bit of patience and a better entry potentially. Hindsight 2020, as I always say, but it's good to learn from these things and try to move forward with that in mind. But let's take a look. Right out of the gate, we were below previous day's range and within the pre-market range, obviously, when we opened up. So things were looking a little weak from that standpoint. We did, I guess, we opened above on. Thank you. Regardless, we tried to break above pre-market high. We closed above it on the 5 minute, but it was kind of a weak close. This was my first trade, and this was a bit of a mistake. We came down and we tested the EMAs. The EMAs were all tight together here, which shows, not a trending market, more of a choppy market. And I tried to take a long here. Took a long there, risking off of low of the previous day, thinking that this area would act as support and we would probably see higher highs. We did not. That was my first loss. 6 contracts, about $200. My second trade was when we broke out of this consolidation, so we kind of had this series of higher lows. We broke out of it, and then we broke to the downside. I took a short when we retested previous day low, and I got a little bit of profit on the move down. But it was I made like $60 or something. It was not much. In my third trade, we broke higher, we set a new high, and then we pulled back into the EMA. Once all the EMAs were trending, I took a long on this candle here, and I took my first trim when we broke high a day. My first trim was like 72 or something, right in here. And I set my runner for this level up here at like 23,000. Once we broke high a day, I set my stop to break even, and then this next candle stopped me out on my runner. So this trade actually put me up positive on the day, and we were up like $24. So it's a really small day for me, but it's better than, I suppose, better than a red day. So we in the week down like $200. So not bad. Last week we were up like over 800. This week we're down like 200. So we're still climbing up. Hopefully next week I can trade a little bit better. I definitely didn't have the greatest trading this week. But this third trade was legit. This is the best trade I took, but these other two I shouldn't have taken at all. Should have avoided these 1000%. So it is a little frustrating because I could have just avoided this nonsense and had just taken this. It would have been a decent day. Additionally, how I could have improved this trade is, and I should say on this trade, my stop loss was below, I think it was at like 34, 35, somewhere down in here. So I don't know if this spike down would have stopped me out. It might have, but it was basically just below the EMA. That's where I put my stop. These two trades, nonsense. Shouldn't have taken them. This is the legit trade. We broke higher. We had higher highs. We broke out of that pre-market range. We were pulling back into the EMA. The EMAs were all bullish, trending up. We had this like long-term resistance that we stopped making lower lows, and then we started to break higher on the 15-minute as well. So yeah, this was the good trade, and I'm glad that I made a little bit of money on it. What I could have done differently, I don't think my entry was terrible, but in hindsight, we didn't test that EMA yet, and then we came down and kind of tested it before making new highs. So had I waited for us to actually like hit that EMA and then maybe enter on this following candle, like I said, hindsight, it looks great now. Would I do it in the moment? I didn't, so hard to say if I will do it moving forward. Trying to be that patient. I don't know if I should implement a rule that says the price has to touch and test the EMA, or like here, I just got in when it got close to it and looked like it was holding that general area. So, yeah, but if I could improve something, it would be a slightly better entry, and then my runner wouldn't have gotten stopped out because we did get that move pretty much right up to that level without any pullback here. Now we're facing a little bit deeper of a pullback. I'd expect us to test maybe this 48 EMA around 57, 58, somewhere down in here. Wouldn't be a terrible place to long if it holds, but I'm done for the day, done for the week. Like I said, we're down like $200. Nothing terrible for how potentially bad it could have been, considering I didn't trade the greatest. Got to just be more patient and wait for something that's actually in my system instead of taking trades like this, which are not aligned to my system. So, looking to get better next week, and we'll take our time with this and just look to pass it. That's all that matters. Consistent growth and not the amount of time that it takes. Need to do it right before we can do it fast. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you next week. Look, thanks for watching. We stream live every Monday through Friday. If you want to stop by, say what's up, please do. I'd love to have you in there. And hope you have a great day, great weekend, whatever day it is. Hope it's a good one. Peace.